Okay, so we've just talked about some internal changes. Let's talk about external as well. I mentioned collaboration earlier as a key to pharma actually being able to deliver the things it needs to. The companies are not going to be able to do what they need on their own. I want to come back to you, Michel, because as somebody who's basically led the largest coalition or cooperation of companies, do you have any advice as we go forward in trying to create non-traditional partnerships, in trying to work with companies that we previously seen as competitive? And do you have any advice for those of us who have come through the sales and marketing ranks and have been taught from an early age in our careers that we must kill the competition, defeat all above all else? So tell us your perspective.
Yeah, I think first there is a lot to be learned from other industries. If you think, for example, about the automotive industries, about IT companies, about insurance companies, they demonstrate in the past that they can increase their productivity by collaborating between themselves. So it looks a bit counterintuitive, but if you look at other examples, you will see that it should be part of the strategy. And I think that in pharma this is changing. I recently met with the CEO of one of the large pharmaceutical companies. He told me, Michel, now IMI is not just an add-on for us. For us now, when we have to solve a problem, we think first, can we use IMI to address the question more efficiently and more rapidly? The problem is that we still need enough incentives, enough rewarding system to indeed promote collaboration. Collaboration is not something which will happen necessarily naturally. You need to think about how best organizing it, what will be the impact of these new collaborative models on the organization of the companies themselves, the way you assess the performance of people. That's important not only for the company, by the way, but also for other stakeholders, including university, where you also need urgently some dramatic cultural changes. So I would say that we have to think seriously about incentives and about rewarding those who are collaborating efficiently inside the company.
I also think that this we do need a networking revolution, kind of, and in the sense of between different pharma companies, sharing data, sharing results, these kind of things. I mean, 15 years ago, there was nothing like that. Yeah? Right now, we have IMI, and we collaborate in a lot of things, but we are still isolated companies. How we can do this without, obviously, without endangering some business very important things like IP and these kind of things, I really don't know. But I personally believe we need to move in that direction. And by the way, if you know a tool that we could collaborate internally in pharma companies, just tell it to me. Whatever I have seen is essentially crap. And I would love to see something that works.
But this isn't just about collaboration across pharma companies, right? Public-private partnerships have started to emerge, and I think that will be a trend that will continue. Be Healthy, Be Mobile, WHO supportive initiative, including partners such as Bupa and Verizon, as well as GSK, Novartis, and Sanofi just come on board. And I think that's a good example of the right combination of stakeholders beginning to work much more collaboratively towards the benefit of the overall healthcare ecosystem rather than one part of it.